everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I will be reacting to, finally, Final Fight, Episode 4, King K Rool versus, Double K Rool versus Ridley. And, again guys, I don't know which order. I'm gonna be away all next week, so I don't know which one will be which. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna be saying this in every video until I'm leaving next week. I don't know what I'm supposed to. Never mind. But yeah. Again, I'm sorry guys for the legit 5 months. Damn. Oh my! 5 months since I haven't posted a reaction. I'm not gonna say nothing because I have posted some videos. Well, obviously you can see it, but yeah. Ever since I don't know if, yeah, you guys can see it. Ever since Carnage versus that one right there, Predator. You can see right there if you look closely enough. I don't know if you guys can see it, but 5 months after that, I only posted 2 trailers, 2 characters that might be on my series next, and then after that intro, that was like 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I gotta fucking post something now, which I feel kind of an asshole because I feel like I abandoned my channel. So yeah. Okay, but anyways, I think King K Rool will win. I think Ridley will win because mainly of his speed advantage, because he's like either faster or massively faster than light when you think about it. And King K Rool is only like what, subsonic or hypersonic, because he can scale to Dixicon, who can dodge lightning, and then he can also scale to Donkey Kong, who can also scale to Dixicon with all that stuff. So yeah. So that's mainly my reason, because I just think Ridley can speed blitz him. But without further ado, guys, let's get on with this video right now. Yep. Always got to put that.
Most fictional series have one thing in common. That being they have a big boss who's always ready to take on their protagonist. And these two come from 2 iconic Nintendo games and are some of the toughest pirates you'll ever meet. Like Ridley, the Dragon Space Pirate Conqueror, and King K Rool, the banana-hungry ruler of the Kremlins. I'm Aiden Care, and I'll analyze their weapons, stats, and abilities.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had the Switch.
Final fight.
I'm sorry guys, I got just my fucking seat.
After DK starred in Mario's first ever game, Nintendo realized his popularity among the fans, and decided to give him his own spin-off series. However, since they wanted to make this a platformer, they had to come up with a good villain. So of course the experts at Nintendo sat down and decided the best rival for a gorilla would be a crocodile. For some reason.
Anything.
Anyway, as such, King K Rool, before being later replaced by tiki masks and weird penguin Vikings, King K Rool was DK's main rival, always ready to take over his home and steal his banana horde, with the help of his minions named the Kremlins. Why King K Rool and the Kremlins wanted the banana horde so bad, I have no idea. Maybe he's trying to fix that crazy eye. Ugh. Anyway, when your opponent packs enough power to punch a moon down from orbit, you need to be quite strong yourself, and luckily for King K Rool, he has strength to spare. His sharp teeth and claws allow him to deal massive damage to his opponents, and he can also creep them out with his eye. Just sorry to keep on going on about it, but blah. He can also use a strong plate on his stomach to reflect attacks, and also tank them as well. He also likes to slam, grapple, and stomp on his foes. And much like DK,
Ultimate
he can pull out a
otherwise.
boxing glove and start to punch at his opponents. King K Rool can also throw out his crown just like it was a boomerang. However, I personally don't like this move, as for a few seconds he's not the king, and that upsets me greatly. However, it is actually pretty strong, especially in Smash, though that is pretty much King K Rool in a nutshell. He also has his trusty blunderbuss, which allows him to fire cannonballs, both spiked and non-spiked versions. He can also use the blunderbuss to suck up the cannonballs and shoot them back. And if he wants to, he can even suck up his enemies within his cannon. And the blunderbuss can also shoot out gases. These gases can freeze the opponent, reduce their speed, and even cause their movements to reverse. And despite being, well, putting it bluntly, an idiot, he seems to have some form of selective intelligence, as he has several inventions that he's used over the course of his games, such as a cloaking device that turns him invisible, except for his shadow. Well, that's still pretty impressive regardless. He also has a helicopter pack that allows him to fly and carry his weight. He also has the Gangplank Gallon, his own personal pirate ship that he and his Kremlins use to assault islands, and it can even blow up DK Island. Though, since his ship can do it, his other weapon, the Blastomatic, is kind of pointless, isn't it? Considering it's also capable of destroying DK Island. Though I suppose having a giant laser is always pretty cool. And much like the majority of the Smash community, King K Rool likes to cosplay, such as his Captain K Rool persona. In this costume, he dresses up like a pirate, and gains the power of temporary invincibility, along with teleportation?
What? What the fuck?
I mean, sure they're powerful abilities, but I think they suit his other costume more, which is known as Roolstein. With Roolstein, he dresses up as a mad scientist, and he can shoot out small blasts of electricity, shoot out bombs, and also has his own personal submarine, which can fire fireballs and also electric beams. He also has less useful outfits, like the Pharaoh outfit for playing baseball? Okay, so the teleporting pirate thing was one thing, but this is just freaking ridiculous. But his last and most useful item is the Crystal Banana. With this, he grows to the size of an island and can actually manipulate the weather, as well as breathe fire, and he can even pull a Madara and shoot meteors down from the sky. Not only that, but it gives him a massive strength boost as well. And remember that selective intelligence I mentioned earlier? Well, King K Rool is actually so smart that he, no joke, built a robot out of his wife's kitchen utensil.
Are you fucking high?
And have everybody believe that that robot was a leader of the Kremlins. This brings us to his feats. King K Rool is kept up and even beaten Donkey Kong, who was said earlier punched a moon down from orbit. However, this moon was not the actual moon and was far smaller, but it was still an impressive feat, which has been calculated to country level by several people. With King K Rool being able to match DK blow for blow, and even take his most powerful punches, this proves that this scaling is reasonably fair. He also took hits from all the other members of the Kong family, who at least partially scaled to DK as well. He's taken a rocket to the face, and can keep up with DK and Diddy Kong. DK can punch so fast that his hands get set on fire, and both DK and Diddy have dodged electricity and natural lightning, meaning that King K Rool is also very fast. However, King K Rool still has his faults. While he's smart, he can also be really dumb and incompetent sometimes. Plus, he often underestimates his opponents, and he can be quite goofy and cocky. He's also, frankly, insane and just really, really nuts. And this can hamper his fighting ability. But don't let that fool you. King K Rool is a croc that won't stop until every banana in the entire world belongs to him.
Get your ass out of here.
Over the course of her life, Samus has done some amazing things. She saved the universe, fought an evil clone of herself, twice, wiped out several alien species and conquered hostile planets. So obviously when they came up for a nemesis for her, they needed the deadliest thing they could imagine.
A fucking dragon.
Ridley. Ridley, funnily enough, actually caused Samus to become his greatest foe, and he did it himself. Oh. You done goofed, Ridley. You done goofed. Ridley is one of the highest ranking space pirates, who, instead of going island to island for treasure, they would go planet to planet. And eventually Ridley found himself on the planet K2L. Ridley led a platoon of space pirates to attack the planet, but he ran into a young girl named Samus. She tried to befriend him, and in response to a sweet, innocent young girl trying to befriend him, Ridley killed Samus's mother and conquered her planet. Ridley's just such a nice guy, isn't he? Though, unfortunately for Ridley, he got a giant spaceship dropped on him that exploded by Samus's dad, and he got really bad.
It always happened to space pirates.
Plus, you know, he inspired Samus's rage. She became one of the most feared bounty hunters and killed him several times. But being a powerful space pirate, Ridley has a wide amount of abilities. He can fly with his wings.
I thought he could swim with it.
And his sharp teeth and claws are great for damaging his foes. He can also breathe plasma, creating balls of it, or firing massive plasma lasers. Ridley also has some other stranger abilities. For example, he can heal himself through the consumption of human flesh, or flesh of other animals, which is just blah. Plus, a clone of Ridley has the ability to harden its skin to the point where it wasn't affected by Samus's attacks.
It can also harden other things, huh?
Stop it! It does have all of his abilities, so it is safe to assume that Ridley can do this as well. And in Super Metroid, Ridley could camouflage himself mildly, could also control lava that he used against Samus in her fight. And he also has the ability to pull a Scrooge McDuck, and then bounce on the floor with his tail, jabbing it into his foes. All these different abilities make Ridley one fearsome opponent, but this isn't even Ridley's final form. Ridley has several different forms that he gained after his many deaths. These include Meta Ridley, who is a Ridley enhanced with cybernetic enhancements, Omega Ridley, which is a Ridley infused with the energy Phazon, and Proteus Ridley, who's like Meta Ridley, only he doesn't have as advanced cybernetics as Meta Ridley has. And we're going to be excluding all of these forms except for Omega Ridley, as Omega Ridley is the only one that Ridley could naturally obtain. Like, I know he needed an outside source, but it's something that Ridley could realistically acquire, unlike Meta or Proteus Ridley, which requires outside help and lots of prep time. Which is why we're only going to be focusing on Omega Ridley. Anyways, Omega Ridley is much more powerful than regular Ridley. Phazon is a very powerful which gives him many new abilities, such as being able to enhance his attacks with Phazon, making them much more powerful, being able to shoot out massive beams of pure Phazon, and being able to create Phazon armor, which covers up his weak points. Ridley is a ruthless killer, and is one of the biggest kill count a Nintendo villain has ever had, and is easily one of Nintendo's darkest villains, and for a good reason. As said before, Ridley has conquered hundreds, if not thousands of planets, and Ridley is also an incredibly smart and powerful warrior. He even built a robot duplicate, just like King K Rool did, and used it to lead the space pirates and try and kill Samus. Ridley is also a very capable leader, leading the space pirates after the defeat of Mother Brain. Ridley is also a proud warrior, never backing down from a fight, and is always willing to engage those in battle to test his skills. As for feats, Ridley has destroyed several mountains under 700 times Earth's normal gravity. Ridley's destroyed Samus's ship, and scales to Samus in power. Samus was able to destroy Mother Brain's shield, the same shield that was made of the same materials that was capable of blocking missiles which have destroyed countries in one shot, making Ridley pretty durable. Ridley's also taken these blasts as well, an even stronger blast than Samus. And his plasma blasts are more powerful than Samus's attacks, meaning he is at very least above country level. Ridley is also able to damage and nearly destroy all of Samus's suits. Samus's suits are capable of taking attacks from the Leviathans. The Leviathan, who when powered up by Phazon, was nearly able to destroy a planet with hundreds of times Earth's gravity. Samus's suit can take several hits from this thing, and Ridley nearly busted the same suit with 1 or 2 attacks. And as Omega Ridley, he is powered by Phazon, which as said before, is the same thing that gave the Leviathan its power, which means it's obvious to tell that Phazon gives Ridley an insane multiplier on his power. Ridley is also very durable. He survived falling into lava, has taken lasers from Samus, and has survived a planet surface wiping bomb at point blank range and still survived. Granted, he was incredibly injured from this, but still, a planet surface wiping attack at close point-blank range is very impressive. As for speed, it's arguably Ridley's most impressive category. He can keep up with Samus in combat, who even in her weakest suits under the most intense gravity could dodge lightning. And he was able to keep up with Samus's ship, dodge it trying to ram into him. And this ship is capable of moving between planets in seconds and traveling across solar systems in minutes, meaning it is massively faster than light. However, Ridley isn't perfect. For one thing, his canonic final death was before Samus achieved her most powerful forms and abilities, meaning he can't scale to how strong Samus was when she was powered by the White Hole, or when she was able to defeat Dark Samus. Not only that, but Ridley does have flaws as well. For one thing, his down smash. It takes so long to charge, and it's so sorry about that, but Ridley does have more flaws besides that. Ridley is a cocky fighter and is also arrogant. Kind of a trend with Nintendo villains, isn't it? But he's also a bit of a predictable fighter, as he never changes his attack patterns in-game. But besides that, Ridley is one of the most fearsome Nintendo villains, and for a very good reason. So it's not surprising this dragon is feared across the universe.
Literally everyone who plays Smash. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Ridley's so big, so get put him in the game. Fucking bullshit.
Now that both characters have been analyzed, we can move on to the animation, and then the verdict. But I'll give you a few seconds just in case you want to think about who will win and think about all the information, or you are making a reaction video and want to talk about who you think will win.
Ridley.
You ready? Well then, let's see which one of these two will face their final fights.
Why are my Kremlins so incompetent? I can't believe I have to fetch these bananas all by myself.
What the fuck happened to his sprites?
Is about to be conquered in the name of the space pirates. Could you not? Your ugly face is offending the great King K Rool.
Who was though?
Oh really? And what are you gonna do about it? Little man. Oh, it's quite simple really. I'm going to throw my crown. Haven't had to use that in quite a while, but I suppose it's always good to have a bit of exercise before a meal. Nice try, Fatso, but I think I'm going to take my meal to go.
Oh fuck, that was quick.
And the winner is Ridley, and I'm sorry to say, but this was quite a stomp.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna get into my reasons.
Look at all those freaking disadvantages, shit!
I know this will come up in the comments, so I'm just gonna say it now. No, King K Rool might be able to scale to a star child like Donkey Kong, but that doesn't mean that he scales to other, more powerful star children like Mario or Luigi. And outside of inconsistent sports games, which I do not count for my series, DK has never even encountered Yoshi, so no way he scales to him or Raphael the Raven. That being said, King K Rool is still quite powerful, scaling to DK who punched a moon down to Earth.
Because you're only counting the games that he's actually been. Because you can't include again the sports games in Ultimate because that's a because that's non-canon, and also plus that would make no sense.
That level of force.
But either way, then you could do the same thing for Ridley too.
Lasers and missiles. So King K Rool's punches and attacks would do very little to Ridley, and that's even being generous saying that they would land in the first place. DK and other members of the Kong family, who King K Rool scale to, can dodge lightning, but Ridley can dodge attacks from Samus' ship while it's trying to ram into him, the same ship that can move between planets within seconds and travel across star systems in minutes, meaning that the ship moves at FTL speeds, meaning that Ridley is easily much faster than King K Rool. In fact, this could end up being a whole Amayawa Shindeneru situation, where Ridley blitzes King K Rool before he can even react. Rool's different costumes and weapons wouldn't really phase Ridley either. At most they would just buy him some time. His stats altering gas from the blunderbuss wouldn't do much. It'd only really be annoying to Ridley to teleportation would be a bit annoying for Ridley as well, but King K Rool can't spam it long enough to tire him out. As for the invincibility, it doesn't last long enough to give King K Rool the edge and tire him out. Also, considering the major stat difference, saying that King K Rool's invincibility would protect him from taking damage from a planet-level laser blast is straight up ridiculous and a no-limits fallacy, as invincibility doesn't always work. Look at Supersonic as an example. And the rest of the attacks from his costumes wouldn't really hurt Ridley either. Even the Blast-O-Matic, one of his most powerful weapons, is actually far too weak to damage Ridley.
Compare Islands of fucking planet, jeez.
Against King K Rool, thanks to his lava manipulation. And by the way, none of this is talking about their super forms. Speaking of which, let's go over Omega Ridley versus Big King K Rool. And I'm sorry to say, but the Crystal Banana wouldn't do much to help King K Rool either. Sure, he gains a new size advantage over Ridley, as well as new abilities, but that's really it. He loses speed, and that's not good considering how unmatched in that department he already is, and his weather manipulation wouldn't really do much to Ridley either. Ridley can handle atmospheric re-entry with no issue, and has taken hot plasma to the face with no damage. So do you really think some wind and lightning are gonna affect Ridley? King K Rool's meteors in this form is his best shot, but considering Donkey Kong, someone only slightly stronger and more durable than King K Rool, can take them with barely any damage, they won't do much to Ridley. Even with the Crystal Banana, Ridley still outclasses King K Rool. And once again, this isn't even counting Omega Ridley. But you know what, let's be nice. Let's say the Crystal Banana makes Ridley and King K Rool equal in stats. Well, good for King K Rool, but that still means Ridley can overtake him again with Phazon. Omega Ridley is powered by Phazon, the same energy that elevated a small harmless creature into being able to nearly destroy a planet. Meaning Phazon gives one massive multiplier, which would easily put Ridley above this highballed King K. And the Phazon boost would already make his ridiculous speed even bigger, which would once again put King K Rool in a massive disadvantage. As for smaller factors, Ridley has been alive much longer than King K Rool and has participated in more fights than he has, giving Ridley the experience edge. And while King K Rool did make a robot out of his wife's kitchen utensils, Ridley's been able to build robots and scrap as well, and he has been shown to be much more cunning in fights than the King K Rool has. Overall, all King K Rool can do is delay his inevitable death by Ridley's hands, due to Ridley's speed, power, and durability. While King K Rool might be a higher tier in Smash, Ridley just dethroned the king. The winner is Ridley.
Alright, who's next? Ooh, Frieza. Who's fighting him? Yeah. No idea who that character is. Oh, that's right. Medtriod Zentos. Tell me. No idea, so I'm saying Frieza will win. But yeah, I called it. Speed. Now, I called it. Mainly Speed Blitz. Yep, but without further ado, guys, please punch the like button, phone, computer, tablet, while you just watch this video. Punch that screen, subscribe to my channel, comment down below. And what do you want me to react to, or which characters you want to see in my versus debate? In the description below. Without further ado, guys, peace out. Whoa. Hey everybody, so I know in my outro I said tell me what you wanted to react and what characters I should use in the description below, where I meant in the comments below, so my bad. But yeah guys, without further ado guys, peace out officially. Bye.